Oh,
That was
son of a dingus.
Cliff Jumper, commence countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers, more than meets the eye. Beast Wars!
Hello and welcome to the 29th episode of ToyCast, sponsored by BigBadToyStore.com. As of right now, you can save from 20 to 90% on over 1,000 items. I'm your host, TFG and Mike, and joining me is Pecan Court Michael. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going. And before we get into the main discussion here, I do have to promote Big Bad Toy Store's holiday sale, 50 clearance items. We just further reduced pricing on 50 items that would make great gifts for someone on your list, or also a nice addition to your own shelf. Check out the list below for great deals on G.I. Joe exclusives, Transformers, various action figures, and more. There is still plenty of time to order for holiday delivery with ground shipping, so take your time and browse through the site for some excellent gifts. So, yay, Big Bad Toy Store, they rock. Actually, it's very funny. No, it wasn't Big Bad Toy Store. Oops, I'm very sorry. I thought it was.
What?
No. I thought it was, but because I've been ordering from two different sites recently. I ordered from BBTS and I ordered from Entertainment Earth. And on Entertainment Earth,
They're still going to drop their sponsorship in 3, 2,
no,
right now.
Well,
Hear the phone ring.
yeah, right. So the only reason why I ordered from Entertainment Earth is because they had one left of the case of 4 for the Universe Wave 4 figures, which I wanted another Cyclonus to be in jet mode, and I will talk about my Hound in the next episode, maybe, or the episode after this. I don't know. It just depends on, because right now I'm pretty high on the Mighty Mugs. Not to show my hand for this episode, but anyway. Going back to Entertainment Earth, I have notifications from them like hot off the truck Transformers and blah, 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 blah. So anytime that something new comes in, I'll get notified about it.
Yeah.
Well, as everybody knows who's listened to this show in the past, for the past 3 or 4 weeks now, I've been looking for a second and maybe a third TFA Voyager Optimus. And they sent notifications saying that, just restocked Transformers Animated Earth Mode Voyager Optimus. So I had to get one. So that's on its way.
Nice.
Because
Try not to lose the parts behind the desk this time.
actually, it's very funny. I have the one in my hand, and I actually tried looking behind the desk, and I didn't see the other one.
Jeez.
So I actually have no idea where the other headlight went.
So bad.
So what has been going on with you, sir? We just recorded Beast Unleashed Episode 0, which is now out, as well as mine and Steve's interview with David Kay.
Mm-hmm.
What's been going on with you?
Not a whole lot since then. I just recorded that, a couple days ago?
Yep.
Yeah, so not a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm not going to be putting this episode up until probably next Tuesday or Wednesday, so it'll be a while for the listeners, but it won't be a while for us, seeing as how we're recording it now.
Yeah.
You and I will hopefully have the privilege to be interviewing a voice actor here soon, maybe next week. We're not going to reveal who it is yet, but it will be on the Beast Unleashed feed. So, yeah, it's just growing off the scale with interviews. Oh, my God.
Pending scheduling.
Yeah, exactly. I just can't believe that already. It's nuts. We haven't even recorded the first episode of that show, and we've already got one interview out and potentially another interview on the way.
Well, you got to think about it. If we're doing this for another year, you're going to have to, get a couple more interviews.
Yeah. I've got a couple more.
Space them out a bit.
Oh, no, yeah. Yeah. Yes.
You'll quickly run out of voice actors by about the first or second month.
Yeah, but it's still cool to have them because you can always, and that's the beauty about podcasting. You can always reference people back to an episode. Like say for example, you haven't heard episode 17 of the TFG1 podcast in a long time, and it was one of the funniest episodes that we recorded. You can always go back, or I can send a tweet out to everybody saying, "Hey, check this episode out with Pecan Court Michael and whatever else." And that's just the beauty of it. That's the same thing like with ToyCast. We just recorded, as of this recording, this morning we recorded 2.5 hours on holiday shows. And that's going to be the only holiday show we do for ToyCast. I almost said ToyCast. ToyCast. And I'm just, next Christmas, I'm just going to reference people back to that episode.
Oh, that's a cop-out.
What do you mean it's a cop-out?
You could watch the same episodes again and give different commentary.
No. Because ToyCast is all about...
something.
ToyCast is all about reminiscing on the show. We're not into... commentary type things. But anyway, not much is really going on with me. Like I said, hopefully by the time this airs, I will either know when my TFA Optimus is going to be here or not. I mentioned over on Beast Unleashed episode 0 that I went to Walmart and I picked up Voyager TFA Blitzwing and Cybertron Mode Optimus. Cybertron Mode Optimus, he needs surgery because I've got him here still on my desk, and the legs popped off, and I can't get him back on. So he's basically a paraplegic at this point. And for some odd reason, his axe, which is the only reason why I even bought the toy, because it's cartoon accurate, I wanted to use it with my Voyager Optimus, my other one, the bigger one. And it won't fit in his hand.
Huh.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was...
Spent $12 on a figure I didn't even want. Oh crap, and I just broke the axe. Spent $12 on a figure I didn't even want. I just wanted the weapon. And
I'm trying to remember which one it was, or you could trade the weapons.
I think you have to kit bash it a little bit, like shave something off or do something with something to get it to fit.
No. There was a couple of the Optimuses where you could trade the weapons back and forth.
And
I thought it was... Well, maybe it was the... it couldn't have been the Voyager and the Supreme. Because he's way too big.
Yeah. It's funny. I actually tried something. I had gone through an animated season 3 viewing. I wanted to watch season 3 again, and I watched the final episode where Optimus has to use the Magnus hammer. Yeah. I actually tried taking my Magnus hammer from Magnus and putting it in Voyager Optimus's hand. It won't fit. I know that won't fit. There's no way. You'd have to cut his hand off for him to hold it.
No.
Unfortunately, yeah. I wonder with the new one, the Wingblade, that is eventually going to be coming out, if that's coming with a Magnus hammer.
Yeah, he's got a hammer.
Oh, does he? Cool.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's as detailed as the one that Ultra Magnus has.
Yeah.
But no, he's got the hammer.
Cool. Very cool. Yeah, but I mean, I'm not too attached to Cybertron Mode Optimus. Like I said, I just got him for the weapon, but it would have been kind of nice if I could actually transform the damn thing without his legs popping off, and I can't get them on, so that's just over there. Oh yeah, and my other misfortune, which I'm still in pain from, the other one I got was Voyager Blitzwing. I only got Blitzwing, and I will talk about him further in another episode down the line, but the only reason why I got him was I really enjoy the robot mode. Well,
that's a good figure.
Yes. Well, hopefully by the time I get to an episode where I feel like reviewing him and not melting him into scrap, my finger will be healed, because trying to get him out of the package, I've bought several animated figures, both just one figure and then the duplicate of the same figure, and I've never seen one of those plastic tie thingies actually in between the toy. I had to actually transform him into robot mode to get the little plastic thingy off of him.
The thingy.
The little wire that holds him in the package.
Oh, the interior one. Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that. What the hell?
Well, it's probably just something that holds pieces still so they don't break in transit.
I guess, but it literally almost ripped my entire fingernail off.
Ow.
Of my left index finger, yeah, and it still hurts.
You should post a photo of that.
It's in the. I tried to get it angled in the YouTube video because I posted a whole bunch of YouTube videos the other day when I got all these toys, just showing them off. I'm not, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I am not a professional YouTuber. I'm not on there to do reviews. I'm just, hey, look what I got. If you like it, whatever. I don't know. I spent $100 on a webcam. I might as well use it for something. So yeah, I'm not too thrilled with Blitzwing at this moment, but overall I do really enjoy his robot mode, and I will talk about him further once we get past this episode. The other thing that actually was very surprising to me, as everybody knows from listening to previous ToyCasts, I was going back and forth. I really wanted the Wave 3 Mighty Mugs. Basically just for G1 Jazz and G1 Shockwave. And Cybertron.com had a link to an eBay auction, and I bought a set. They're coming from Taiwan. Okay?
It's going to take a while.
Well, actually, surprisingly, it didn't.
Yeah.
I ordered them December 1st. I ordered them November 28th or 29th. I paid for them on eBay December 1st. Mm-hmm. They were shipped December 2nd, and I got them... as we're recording this, it's Saturday evening. I got them yesterday. Yeah, so... What was it? Yesterday was the 9th. So about...
11th.
The 11th. Oh, yeah, the 11th. So about 9 days.
Wow.
Which isn't bad.
Yeah, and that's not bad. I will wait a few weeks to get stuff from Japan.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons I don't order from Japan anymore, because it's such a pain in the butt.
Yeah. And speaking of the Wave 3 Mighty Mugs, do want to let everybody know, I did post on TFW in a thread I've started under the items for sale or trade. I will trade Universe 2.0 Cheetor, Mighty Mugs, Movie Optimus, and Bumblebee for anything Transformers related, because I don't want these figures. I don't want the Movie Optimus and Movie Bumblebee. They will stay in the box. The boxes will grow dust on them, or mold, or weeds. I don't want those figures whatsoever. I just don't.
I'll take the moldy one, please.
And Universe Cheetor, I've got him here because I was taking a picture of him for the posting on the TFW forum. I don't like him.
A lot of people don't like him.
I don't like either mode.
No, because he makes an awesome cheetah mode.
It's okay, but it's just, I don't know.
Robot mode I'm kind of iffy on, but the cheetah mode is awesome. It's dead on cheetah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't it Beast Machine's Cheetor that had the discs? Because it says triple-bladed battle discs come with this. And I'm looking at them now, and it kind of looks like Cheetor's little deflector things that
you're
you
thinking
use.
animated Prowl.
Oh,
animated
okay.
Prowl has the shuriken.
Well, no, that's what these are.
Yeah.
That's okay. No, but I was thinking because I remember in Beast Machines, Cheetor has those those little knife things or whatever they are that he uses.
Yeah, the scimitars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what I thought these were. But okay. I
Oh
got
no.
you. Yeah, no, I got you.
There's a figure, Night Slash Cheetor.
Yeah, I've seen
He's
it.
got the scimitars that come out of
Yeah,
his shoulders, and that's kind of sharp.
I like the Transmetal 1 Cheetor, the blue and the blue and the yellow, and it's, you know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah. I like him the best out of all the Cheetor figures.
Yeah, I actually got the red repaint of that one. That was I want to say a Walmart exclusive.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like the red one better.
Yeah. Teach their own. All right. Why don't you go first? What are you going to be talking about this evening?
Well, since we're doing a jazz-centric episode,
Yes.
and since I like to drag out the older toys,
That's fine.
I figured I would do G1 Jazz.
Cool.
That's right, because he is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, Jazz is kind of one of my favorite characters. Yeah, I always liked him. I liked Scatman Crothers, the guy who did the voice.
Mm-hmm.
I liked him on the show. I like the toy. He's I overuse the word iconic, but he is. I mean, that's why they keep going back to the well whenever they need a new deco. And you always see it's a white vehicle with the blue and red stripes with a big 4 on the front, and you'll see it over and over and over again in Transformer decos. But it's instantly recognizable. You know this is going to be Jazz. He's going to have the horns and the visor.
Yep.
So I thought I'd pull him out of the closet out of the storage shelf. I wouldn't have this guy in the closet because I dig him. But as I was saying, I love Jazz. I've got every incarnation of Jazz.
Except for one.
Well, what, the Cookie Crisp?
No.
Who's got a Cookie Crisp Jazz?
No, not that one. The other one. The other one that I will be talking about later.
Oh, I was going to say, the G2 Laser Cycle Jazz that was never released?
Okay, that one too, but the other one. It's actually very funny. I actually had to enlarge the picture from TF Wiki on here for him. I never knew that the toy had the horns.
Yeah.
I never knew that. Huh.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's like his thing.
Yeah,
actually, I think more recognizably is the visor. The visor is kind of his thing.
Yeah.
And oddly, now that I look at it, the toy itself has a silver visor and a silver face. So I think it was just a cartoon thing with the blue visor. Yeah, it looks like not until you get into Action Master Jazz do you get the blue visor. And those were supposed to be more, cartoon accurate. So maybe that was the case. But yeah, G1 Jazz, silver visor.
Oh, he has a silver visor on the toy?
Yeah.
But in the show he had blue.
Well, that's what I said, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, G1 Jazz. He's very nice. I'm trying to think. What do you say about G1 Jazz? It hasn't already been said 1,000 times. Good toy. Just like most of the 1984, 1985 car releases, fragile.
Yeah.
I don't know how many Jazzes I've seen that are missing the windshield, because when the head pops up, it's connected directly to the windshield.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll snap right off. It'll snap right off. It doesn't even care. Right behind the neck, the back of the neck.
Yeah.
The whole thing will pop right off.
Yeah.
So you gotta be careful with those. Again, with these older figures, the details are not etched in the plastic. There's no molding. Oh, well, I mean, it's molding, but I mean, the details are mostly stickers.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not going to be, like some of the Beast era, or even the animated stuff where there's a lot of detail right there in the mold. Here it's mostly just flat plastic, maybe some ridges and like air venting, that type of thing. And for the most part, the detail is a sticker. And over the years, stickers peel off, so you end up with an awful lot of these toys that have no detail at all. They're just what little paint apps are there.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, this one is black plastic, white plastic, and chrome.
Yeah.
And maybe it looks like his headlights are painted blue, and he's got a red paint app along his front bumper.
Yep.
And other than that, he's got no paint. If you were to, stick him in a bathtub and all of his stickers were to peel off, he'd be naked.
Yeah.
I've seen an awful lot of naked G1 figures, these older ones, and it's hard to find these figures that have all their stickers. Mine's got all of his stickers. The one thing that I was mad about earlier, and when you were showing me pictures of the Mighty Mug, where across his what is it? Where is it? He's got a detailing where it says Meister.
Yep. On the back, almost near his ass.
Yeah. I mean, that's supposed to be across his windshield, because
Okay.
the windshield's on his back. But the windshield is his backside. But the original Jazz, across the top there, it said Martini Porsche. And that's the type of the brand name.
Yeah, I can see it in the image there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the sponsor name was Martini. But so he was a Porsche. He was 935 Turbo. So he's got Martini Porsche across the windshield there. Well, mine, for some reason, whoever owned this as a kid, didn't put it there. He wanted it put across his chest. So
that's just wrong.
Well, that's what I said. So just just below the Autobot symbol, across the top of the bumper, it says Martini Porsche, and that's okay, I guess. But I'd never really noticed it up until now. I was like, well, son of a bitch. So he's got all of his stickers.
Yeah.
This one's just misplaced.
Yes.
It adds character. Yeah. But he's loose, and I can't imagine a tight Jazz. Well, a lot of these older ones, they just kind of flop around a little bit.
I can imagine one tight Jazz. I'm actually playing with it right now to try to get the arms a little bit loose to where they move without me having to rip it off. But anyway, go ahead.
What you're forgetting, though, is that one's like 2 weeks old. And
I know.
Like 30 years old? Or
I know.
Not that old, but...
Yeah. No, I know. I get it. I'm just messing around.
5 years. But what I like about this one in particular is where the thighs push in to the lower legs,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of, I want to say all of the G1 cars basically did this, where they kind of grew up out of their ankles. A lot of toys, these are loose and they habitually shrink.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a bunch of them that do that. Where it's very hard to keep them standing up straight, and you got to be really careful with them. Don't touch them too much, or else they'll shrink. And his legs are tight. That's nice. It's his midsection that keeps flopping over. That's kind of bothering me right now.
I have a question for you.
Huh?
Is there something on his forehead that resembles an A?
An A?
Yes. There's... Alright, the reason why I ask is there's something on the Mighty Mug that it's like a... To me it looks like a very square A, but it's a line that goes up, across, and down, and there's a line through it, and there's a line in the middle of that.
Alright, I'm going to take a look, because it's been a little while.
I mean, I don't...
Okay, so what are we talking about now? He's got on his visor?
No, on the top of his head.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
No.
What is that?
That's he's got like a crest.
Okay, well, I didn't know... Well,
kind of like how Optimus Prime has the crest, but his normally has
okay.
His is normally painted yellow.
Yeah.
Whereas he's kind of got a crest in the center of his head, but it's not painted or anything. It's just part of his helmet, and that's kind of the painted version of the crest in the center of his head.
Okay, no, well, that's why I was asking if there was something like that on him, because
Well, the toy actually has the venting on either side of the helmet too, so it's kind of cool to see that they included that.
yes.
Neat.
Yes. You have any more thoughts on G1 Jazz?
Just a little bit. Mine's got his photon rifle, and he's got the backpack rocket launcher.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the other G1 figures that have rocket launchers, they kind of clip onto the shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
which it's nice because they stay there pretty easily. This one doesn't so much do that. He's got like a backpack, and it's a neat backpack as far as backpacks go. Most Transformers don't have backpacks, but this is a backpack, and then on one side of it, it's got a mounting for the rocket launcher. Now the problem is that the backpack has to fit. It only attaches by two little plastic prongs, and they stick into his back at a certain place. And it's not like a peg or anything. There's nothing in here to really receive the prongs, so you just kind of push it in there, and this backpack kind of hangs precariously. And I'm worried that if I push it too hard, I'm going to snap that very fragile back of the neck piece there.
Then don't push it.
Well, I'm not trying to push. Yeah, so usually I don't even put this thing on him. I just let it sit next to him. But I mean, I like him with his rocket launcher.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's all that important. So
Yeah.
I don't push it too hard. Oh, there it is. I got it slid right in there. Okay, it's gonna fall out in 2 seconds.
1, 2.
No, it's still there right now. Let me get the missile in. There we go. Missile slides right in. Mine actually I don't think ever had a spring. I'm sure these things were spring loaded at one point, but this particular rocket launcher doesn't shoot anymore. And there's Jazz. But yeah, so he's got his Martini Porsche stickers on his spoiler, and on either side of the spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
And the on either door, there's the 4 and the Martini signs. And from what I understand, again, I don't have a Cookie Crisp Jazz, but from what I understand, his door stickers don't have the Martini sponsor logo.
Mm-hmm. No, I can't tell from the Mighty Mugs one, because it does have the 4, and it does have the line, the black line through the red circle. But
it doesn't say Martini.
It doesn't say anything, yeah.
Sleazy P. Martini. Gee, Sleazy, do you really know Gua? Jess says, I know Gua. I'm their fucking manager.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
So for the one person out there who catches the Guar reference.
Yes.
Anyway, Sleazy P. Martini. He's great. I'm gonna have to send you a screenshot of Sleazy, if for nothing else than just to corrupt your young mind.
What the hell are you talking about, young mind? I'll be 30 in less than 2 months.
You're a youngin'. Well, young for G1 fan standards, to be honest.
Hey, I was born in 80. By 84, I was comprehending, and I was ready to transform and roll out.
See, now, when I was 4, I was visiting the galaxy far, far away.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it just came out on the screens, and I had every toy.
Mm-hmm.
I was a spoiled, rotten little 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so Jazz, dig it. Really happy with mine. Unless you pick up the reissue, and I want to say reissue. Takara did theirs in 2002, and Toys R Us did theirs in 03. So unless you pick up one of those, you're gonna have a rough time finding one in good shape.
Yeah.
And as much as I bitch about the backpack, good luck finding a backpack. I mean, but honestly, I would pick up like I don't know about the Encore one. I'm not sure what they changed. What Takara changed about the Encore ones usually had where they went back and did the molded Autobot insignias thing, or different molded details that weren't in the original, just to make it a little bit better, a little different. I don't know what they did for this particular one, but I think it would be worth going back and getting a 2008 Takara Encore version, or if you can find the commemorative Toys R Us edition, get one of those, because I mean, this is he's a good looking toy, and again, he's the one that started it all. The one that started the 20 Hasbro repaints over the years.
Yes, and I will be getting for at some point during this episode, probably before the outro or whatever, I will be getting a audio clip from Jazz from the cartoon, so we can have that to accompany us with. I like doing that for the characters that I can do it for.
Yeah,
like Starscream was in episode. People will know this by the time this goes up, but Starscream and was it Jazz? No, Starscream and crap. Who else did we talk about in 29? Starscream and Mirage. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Mirages.
Yeah.
The Super Miragio brothers.
This is going to be the longest title ever. Anyways.
You're going to get hate mail from all the people out there who have encephalitis. People out there with giant heads complaining.
So are you done talking about your G1 Jazz?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I had another one of those moments where I had a thought and then it was fleeting. So I will leave it at that. You know what? And this mold was later repainted as Stepper in Japan and reissued by Toys R Us as Ricochet, and not as happy with that figure.
Ricochet was the BotCon freebie. BotCon 2008 freebie, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
was, because Jazz was, granted it's Shattered Glass, but Jazz
it was a repaint. Yeah, Shattered Glass Jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but I mean, that was, the Shattered Glass version of the, I don't want to say Shattered Glass Stepper, but he was the Shattered Glass version of the Toys R Us exclusive Ricochet, who was the reissue of Japanese Stepper.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, they couldn't call him Stepper in the U.S., so they called him Ricochet instead.
Cool.
And he had a Target Master.
Oh, cool. Yeah. And I am going to be talking about Mighty Muggs G1 Jazz. And I've been looking over this figure and actually it's very funny, I looked at the very bottom of Jazz's G1 toy listings on the tfwiki.net here, and it says, part of the third wave of Mighty Muggs Jazz is he is a super deformed, non-transformable PVC figure with articulated arms and head. He is made largely using the standard Mighty Muggs mold, with the exception of the head, which uses the same horn mold as Bumblebee. Jazz comes with a super deformed photon rifle and a pair of car doors that attach to his back. Now, there's something I have really, really problems with that last part. When I got him, and when anybody else goes and gets him, he comes in package with the doors attached. So if they detach, I don't know if they do. It kind of looks like it kind of looks like the Starscream mold.
Yeah.
They basically took Starscream and Bumblebee and made this. Okay? Starscream and Bumblebee had sex in Jazz, G1 Jazz.
Stop. Right.
Anyways.
Don't need that.
Anyways.
In my head.
You've put plenty of rotten things in my head, so that's just revenge, you old bastard. But no, the doors themselves are the same kind of, they're the same type of rubbery plastic, but I'm not going to pull on them. I don't want to see if they're going to come out. I like them the way they are. I was, since you were talking about G1 Jazz, I was looking at the G1 Jazz figure image here on the TF Wiki, and the Mighty Mug is extremely loyal to the G1 toy.
Yeah, he looks good. Right down to the wheels on his ankles.
Yes, very much so. He is mainly, Actually, honestly, he's mainly black, white, gray, some silver, blue, and red. But the main part on him, like if you're looking at him in a distance, the two main colors you can see are, well, three, are black, white, and blue.
Oh, well, I was going to say black, white, and silver. And then you've got blue headlights, blue stripe, and blue visor as highlight colors.
Well, it's funny, you mentioned the blue highlights, or blue headlights on the G1 toy.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, there's blue headlights on that car. And I looked at
Blue nipples.
It's cold and frosty outside.
That's right.
Okay. Anyways, and I looked at
What
the...
is this? Smurf milk? Where'd you get this? What the hell?
And I looked at the Mighty Mug. Well, there's blue headlights. And as you said, he does have the Agent Meister thing on his windshield. It's actually upside down on his butt. So if you're looking at him...
Where G1 Jazz has his windshield.
Yeah. Well, if you're looking at him...
Unless it's snapped off.
Yeah, true. But I'm trying not to say when you're looking at him from the back or behind, but unfortunately I can't avoid saying that. But when you have him facing away from you and you're looking at the back part of the figure, it's upside down on the windshield. So if you want to actually read and see what it says, you have to turn him so he's on his head.
Well, I'm not entirely sure, but I know that you can't put Martini Porsche on them anymore.
Yeah.
In '84 you could get away with that. Now they have copyright law, and it lost whatever trademarks they had back then. But I want to say, most likely on the reissues, that they probably had Agent Meister on the windshield. They probably wanted to put something there to remain true to the original, but you can't put Martini on there. So they probably said something like Autobot Jazz or Agent Meister or something like that.
Well, I don't mind the Agent Meister thing because really, if you're just going to have the figure facing you, the front part of the figure facing you, it's first of all, it's his Japanese name, isn't it? So it's
Meister, yeah. Yeah,
it's still paying homage to part of the figure. As with all the Mighty Mugs, he can turn 360 with his head. His arms can go up and down. I told you off air yesterday evening that I knew he came with a gun, but I don't know. In my rush to get the Mighty Mugs, this one and Shockwave out of the package, I completely ignored the fact that his gun was in another part of the packaging, and I almost threw it out. Unfortunately, not unfortunately. Fortunately, I remembered. I'm like, oh, what? Oh, I'm like, what? Where's the? Yeah, okay, grab that. Yeah, give me the gun. Give me the gun. So yeah, he's got a nice silver gun. My only complaint, since I've been looking over this figure the entire time we recorded and the entire time before the recording, for some odd reason, if you have the figure facing you on the left side of the face, on his eye, it looks like he's got some sort of white powdery substance, like he's trying to snort cocaine through his eye, or something like that.
Oh, that's supposed to be a reflection.
No, that's not supposed to be a reflection. It's a mark on the paint.
That's what. Yeah, it's like white, right?
Yeah.
Kind of in between his eyes.
No, not that.
Oh.
Not the white paint that. No, I'm talking. If you look at the image on the wiki, the blue part of his eye on the left-hand side. Mine, it has like a white, almost like off-white little mark, and on the actual white thing that separates his eyes on his visor, it has like a little bit of green something on the white. I mean, it's not so noticeable if I'm gonna put him at a distance. It doesn't really take me away from the figure.
So but you got the moldy one.
Shut up.
Put a picture up there, or put a photo up on the website too. So
I already have.
Yeah, so you can say, this is, with a big circle that points to it. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yes.
Broke it.
Just an awesome awesome figure. I'm finding with the Mighty Mugs, since I've been doing a whole bunch of weird things with them recently, just to have like weird, funny pictures on Facebook and stuff. They are like bowling ball pins. If you get them all, no, seriously, if you get them all like next to each other and you hit one of them and they knock down on my desk, when they knock over and their heads hit my desk, it sounds like a bowling ball pin knocking over. And something before I forget about it, now that I remembered about it, I must retract my previous statement in episode 28 of ToyCast about the Starscream Mighty Mug mold. I sent you that DM with the screenshot of the cartoon version of Starscream, and the Mighty Mug mold here is exactly to the cartoon specifications, because he does have blue hands in the cartoon. He does have blue feet in the cartoon. The only difference on the Mighty Mugs is this is white and gray on the sides, and it has blue for the foot, and then the knee, and then like something else, like the up thing here. As far as the wings go, the Decepticon symbol in the cartoon is upside down, and I thought that was wrong. So, sorry for everybody who listened to episode 29 and is like, no, it's upside down, it's right, it's modeled correctly.
You suck, Blanchard.
So yeah, that's Starscream for you, bastard.
Now, the Mighty Mug Jazz on the shoulders, is that like a little painted-on tire?
Mm-hmm. It's silver and black.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be a tire.
But yeah, that's where his tires are up on the top of his shoulders.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I'm looking at the paint and thinking, is that a little... It's either a tattoo, right? You know?
Yeah, no, it's not a tattoo.
No, it's supposed to be a tire. Yeah, I like that. That's very cool.
Yes, that is.
And the way the feet are, because Jazz has these, I don't want to call them like platforms, but if these silver pieces if you fold them forward, they're like big old clown feet.
Mm-hmm.
But if you flip them up, then I mean he's got no feet, but these metal chrome pieces that are pushed up from the bottom of his foot all the way to his knees.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see from the photos that that's how he's supposed to be. They're supposed to be folded up, and I've always folded them down,
mm-hmm.
which is strange. But if you look at on the wiki page, if you look at the world's smallest Jazz,
mm-hmm.
you can see those are folded down, or his feet are folded down as opposed to being pushed back up flush against his legs.
I think one of the go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that maybe some people like him down, some people like him up. I always liked him down, but you can see in the Mighty Mug toy, they're painted there like that so that they're up against his legs.
Yeah, I mean, but again, the Mighty Mugs, there's... Alright, first of all, I'll go ahead and tip my hand for whenever we do another recording of this. G1 Jazz and G1 Shockwave, for me, are easily the two best out of the entire line for the Transformers Mighty Mugs. They are my most favorites. And I like Jazz as a character, I always did, and I like Shockwave as a character, I always have. But I never really liked their toy. I mean, I like the toys, but I mean, like any kid, Transformers kid, Optimus Prime, Megatron, and Soundwave, for the most part, unless you're a friggin' Starscream fan, were the top three that you liked or that you wanted for the most part, for the most of the fans. And I'm not going to speak for the Transformers fandom, but I mean, for the most people that I knew, Optimus, Megatron, and Soundwave were the top favorites. But easily, out of the Mighty Mugs, Jazz and Shockwave are my favorites out of the ones that out of all of the, because I have the entire Mighty Mug line now, unless they release more, which I hope they do. I don't think they're going to, but I hope they will. Just great paint colors on him. I don't mind the horns on him. The reason why I don't mind the horns on him is because unlike his mustard-colored, bastardized copycat here, Bumblebee, Jazz is not a midget. It's midget, horn-headed Bumblebee.
Well, what's odd is that Bumblebee is a quote-unquote little person, and and yet his head is the size of everybody else's head.
Yeah. Well.
And you put that same head on a regular body, and you've got Jazz.
Yeah, but I mean, the difference is that Jazz is actually, Jazz is about, with the horns, he is a little bit, like if you measure horn to head, he's pretty much the same size as all the Mighty Mugs, outside of the horn making him a little taller.
Yeah.
But just overall, I'm very happy that I have this. I mean, it's just so very cool.
I'm happy that you're happy.
Yes, and you so need to get one. And you don't need to wait. You don't need to wait until it goes on sale, for Christ's sake.
I'm going to get one on, the day after Christmas, they're going to be like $5. So I'll run out and get one then. Like I said, I've got every incarnation of Jazz except for that pesky Cookie Crisp thing. That nobody has one. Phil Hartman probably had one. Nobody else has one. And at least I think his name was Phil. Is Phil? He's still alive. Not the other Hartman that died.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy on TV.
Yeah.
Is that guy named Phil Hartman?
Yep, Phil Hartman.
Damn it! All right, the Hartman brothers.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Forget their first names. It's not Phil apparently because that guy died. But yeah, you get the idea. They probably had one.
Yes.
But I've never actually seen one before. I've never seen pictures of it.
Yeah.
It's like the Japanese repaint of Bruticus, the Battle Gaia.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen one picture of a Battle Gaia, and I'm not entirely sure if that's really a Battle Gaia or just a Japanese knockoff that I had never seen before, in weird colors that no one had ever used before. But, one of those. It existed. People tell stories about it around the campfire, but I've never actually seen one before. Anyway, as I said, I've got every other damn Jazz. Might as well get this one too.
Yeah. It's funny, I'm almost tempted, I don't think I'm going to do this, but I'm almost tempted to do a voice compare when I include audio clips between G1 and animated, because I love Phil Lamar's voice for the animated Jazz. It's so cool.
Yeah, he did a really good job.
I mean, even though we're not really talking about animated Jazz, just because it is Jazz, it is just so cool.
We could. I just got Freeway Jazz tonight.
If you want to do a second episode after this, that's more than fine. I've been really willing to talk about Shockwave.
You already talked about Jazz in one episode, so...
No, I said Shockwave.
No, I know, but didn't we cover Shockwave in a different episode too?
Yeah, the G1 version, but this is Mighty Mug Shockwave. There's a big difference. There's a huge difference. Huge friggin' difference.
Oh, Shocky, yeah. No, again, yeah, no thanks. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gobstopped. Threw me for a loop there. Anyway, so, yeah, no, I don't want to get into that, but, suffice to say, I dig, Phil Lamar's rendition of G1 Jazz, or animated Jazz, kind of his take on G1 Jazz, because, Scatman had a certain, well, not only his voice, but a cadence, the way he spoke.
Yeah.
Which, and it's not like, let's say David Kaye doing a voice, because David Kaye has a number of different voices that he can do at his disposal, let's say. Whereas Scatman was just Scatman.
Yeah.
That was him, whether it's Jazz or Hong Kong Phooey or the bald guy who was on the Harlem Globetrotters, Curly. I think he was Curly. No matter who he was doing, and no, I'm not looking at IMDb, I just know this shit.
Yeah.
But if it was, no matter what it was Scatman. That was him. That was his voice. And, you gotta dig that. Kind of like Casey Kasem. It wasn't Casey Kasem doing a voice. Cliff Jumper was just Casey Kasem.
Yep.
Yeah. But, it's neat to see Phil Lamar, to hear Phil Lamar do Scatman.
Yeah, but I mean, I think he probably.
It's his own. He's not mimicking or copying him. But
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
it's still he's got the cadence down.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I had to save something, and I had to. No, it's not that.
Talk too much.
No.
Thanks for listening.
Okay, Eeyore wannabe. You think you thought I wasn't going to get that reference, didn't you?
Oh, no, I was waiting for you to pick up on it.
Yeah, alright. So, yes, G1 Jazz and Mighty Mugs Jazz are both good. G1 Jazz, if you can find them at a decent price and one that works, great find.
Probably get one of those Toys R Us commemorative ones for like $20.
Yeah. Mighty Mugs Jazz was just released. I don't know if he's actually made it into Toys R Us. The Wave 3 Mighty Mugs in stores are Toys R Us exclusives. The G1 Shockwave, G1 Jazz, Movie Optimus, and Movie Bumblebee. I don't know if they're actually. I know they've been spotted at some Toys R Us's around the U.S., but I'm not sure if they're in like all of them yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I actually passed by a Toys R Us today, and my wife wouldn't let me stop.
She what?
Wouldn't let me stop.
Are you serious?
Well, in her defense, it was like 7:30. Gavin's bedtime is 7. Aiden's bedtime is at 8. And it's like, I know there's new exclusives. And Chrissy's like, no. And, I didn't really expect her to say, oh yeah, let's stop here. I kind of wanted to, though.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh man, come on.
It's the inner Michael Wilson coming out, ladies and gentlemen. The little 10-year-old coming out of his shell. Like, Mommy, let me go in the friggin' store.
That's basically it. It's like, I don't get out toward Toys R Us very often. It's kind of like you, where the Toys R Us is way across town.
Yeah.
And mine are way across town. So, or I shouldn't even say that. It's not even in town. It's in a different town. It's only, 15, 20-minute drive. I could definitely get there.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's just, I don't get out that way very often.
Yeah.
And
I'm not even good.
I was going to say, we were out there today, and I said, hey, we're right here. It just wasn't a good time.
Yeah. I'm not even. I mean, I know they've been spotted in stores, but like I said, I'm not sure if they're at like worldwide or countrywide or nationwide. I should say, not countrywide. Holy crap! Nationwide stores, and according to BBTS, it's still on pre-order, and it says arriving mid-December for them. So, which technically we're almost in mid-December. So, I don't know. I'm glad I already have them. It's just, yeah. Right.
Well, I mean, if you're willing to pay the premium to get them before anybody else...
Honestly, honestly, it wasn't that bad of a premium, seriously. I mean, I know I paid a premium price for them to get them, to be one of the few people to get them first.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like I had to put down $1,000 for a Transformers animated Rodimus or anything like that. Which I would never.
Right.
But I mean, there's some people out there that want to be first, and that's more than fine. Honestly, until I saw the Sean Long video review of them, I thought I was going to be the first one because I didn't think, honestly, anybody had any interest outside of myself. Because almost everyone I talked to, you included, don't care about Mighty Mugs. You bastards! What's wrong with you? So yes.
I don't know. I mean, Transformers that don't transform. Not really a Transformer.
But again, they are G1 homages. That's the thing. You look at, well, I'll talk about that later. But I mean, you look at Jazz, and he's pretty much everything the G1 toy is in the Mighty Mugs mold.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
So. Yeah, exactly. I know you're going to buy it. You're going to go to Toys R Us tomorrow. Don't be wrong. I know you will. You'll be going to Toys R Us tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock in the morning and be like, oh yeah, there it is, exactly.
There it is.
And then 2 hours later, I'm going to see a tweet or a Facebook update from you. I got G1 Jazz Mighty mugs. Ha! Don't lie.
No, I'll keep it a secret.
Don't lie.
I'm going to put it in the closet. It's going to be like a little bastard love child that
You're
lucky. I don't want to tell anybody about, and we'll just keep him in the basement.
You're very lucky I made that deal with Thorazine for that Leader Class Megatron, because I swear I'm coming to West Indiana to steal yours.
No.
Yes. Alright, so thank you for joining us here on ToyCast. There are several ways to get in contact with us, leave feedback for the show. First, you can visit www.geekcastradio.com, find all the other GCRN podcasts there. The second is you can stop by PredaconEmpire.com/Nexus. Those are our new forums. Yes, they are new and shinier. The third is you can still leave the show feedback on iTunes. Please do this. This is the best.
Shiny.
This is the best way to help the show. The fourth is you can visit yet another great geek culture website, www.earth-2.net forums, and find our threads for the shows in the self-promotion section. And the fifth is the email address, which is tftoycast@gmail.com. We now have a voicemail line. Call us and leave us your thoughts on each episode. Be sure to say what show you're leaving the message for and your name. The number is 502-526-5821. You can follow us on Twitter. The show name there is TFToycast. Mine is TFG1Mike. And what is your Twitter?
Pecan Court Michael. PECANCTMICHAEL.
USA.
Mickey Mouse.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of it's not Transformers ToyCast, but ToyCast, and wish that you'll join us next time. Be sure to visit our sponsors, www.bigbadtoystore.com, for all your Transformers and other toy-related needs. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, they are running a holiday sale. 50 items are clearanced. Let's see. Holiday sale, 50 clearance items. Yes. So that's, you can go there and get gifts for everybody that is a toy collector, people who like toys like us. For now, I am TFG Mike with Pecan Court Michael, saying in the more words of Optimus Prime, transform and roll out. And thank you for listening. Until next time.
Jazz?
Volunteers, step forward. Autobots, transform. Start your engines. Ready, Prime.
Wow, that's the biggest snowman I ever saw.
Not snowman, Spike, snowbot. There's a flurry in a hurry.
Oh, thanks, Jazz. I get the drift.
There once was a boy, an albino I'm told, who possessed the power of pen-pusher gold. He had many stories, all short and exciting, but nobody knew, and so he began writing. He sat there all summer and skillfully sought to perfectly ponder and polish each plot. The settings were set, all the characters cast, his fingers were flying and flailing so fast, and soon the young man with the snowy complexion quickly concocted the Caffeine Collection. He smiled, satisfied with his clever creation. Oh, the things that did pour from his imagination. Stories of pirates and future police, of devils and bullies, and a twist press release. Fantasy, mystery, both are included. Comedy, action, no genre excluded. You say to yourself, it's too good to be true, but author Steve Saylor would not lie to you. An audiobook so you don't have to read. And hey, $15 is all that you need.
From the author of the podcast novel Black Shadow, Steve Saylor presents The Caffeine Collection, a dynamic audiobook collection of short stories presented by ringtonefeeder.com and stevesaylor.net. Steve presents a genre mashup of multiple stories for your ears.
I have to be on caffeine to write this.
Steve Saylor presents The Caffeine Collection, on sale October 28th, 2009.
So mark this date down so you will not forget. For more information, stevesaylor.net.
Soon it will be a new year, a new decade, and that means a new Transformers review podcast from the minds that brought you the TFG1 podcast and all things Transformers. Coming January 11th, 2010 is the Beast Unleashed podcast. This will feature Steve Megatron, Pecan Court Michael, and TFG1 Mike. 30 pulse-pounding, discussion-filled episodes covering both Beast Wars and Beast Machines. This is the first ever
Beast Wars Review Podcast. So unleash the beast in you. You can find us on iTunes and the web at www.geekcastradio.com. The TFG1 Podcast has 24 action-packed discussion episodes on the original Transformers cartoon. So if you're a fan of the 80s cartoon, we have all you need and more, as well as an interview with Stan Bush. You can find us on iTunes and the web at www.geekcastradio.com. Tune in. ToyCast is all new as we have transformed and transcended from just being Transformers ToyCast into ToyCast. We'll talk about any toy line from any generation, even Rock'em Sock'em Robots. You can find us on iTunes and the web at